Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. This is Kamran and you're watching my YouTube channel. In this video tutorial, I will give you a demonstration about a dynamic visibility in Tableau. With the help of dynamic visibility, you can show and hide different components at different levels, even in the dashboard or stories or anywhere. You can do it with the help of parameters, and there are some different techniques. So in this video, I will show you some different techniques to achieve the dynamic visibility. To understand the complete topic, you have to follow the complete video, and if you have any question related to the same topic, you can write me in the comment section. So next you will see my computer screen. So let's begin quickly. Thank you.
So hi guys, let's begin with the today's tutorial. It will be two techniques. First of all, I will show you the first technique. Let me open a Tableau file for it. This time I will use Sample Superstore, and for the first technique, let me create some sheets. I call it bar chart, and here I will use order date and I will use sales. I'll convert into the bar quickly, convert this, hide the labels and put it into the sales, and I will duplicate this and I call it area chart, and this time I'll just convert into the area, and instead of year I will choose month here, and the last chart I will add it called, I will duplicate this one, and instead of this I will choose location, which is state, and here I will convert it to the map. I'll just use this as in labels and label of the state as well. So and I will name it location map. To make this dynamic visibility work, let me add a parameter here. I call it selector, and I call it integer list, and here I say 1 2 3 bar chart, area chart, location map. Hit OK. Once you add the parameter, just make another calculation called calculated field. Here you can say my selection, and here you can just type in the newly created parameter. That's all. Convert this into the dimension, and now we have to create a dashboard. But before we create a dashboard, we go to each sheet, and here let's say this is the bar chart. We'll add my selection, and here we choose 1 and hit OK. Similarly, we go to the, and to check this whether particular selection works fine or not, you will just come here to the selector and say show parameter. See, currently bar, if you select area, it will not show. Just go to the area chart, and here drag the same parameter calculated field which you created and say OK. Now here you can also use this as an show parameter to see whether it's working or not working. When you see bar chart, then bar will appear. When you click onto the area will appear. When you click onto the map, then map will appear only when you have this as in filter selected. So now we already have, when this is enabled, it means the area and bar will not enable. Okay, so this is the first technique. We are very near to finish of this. Let me add a dashboard here. What we'll do, we'll drag a horizontal container. Under the horizontal container, we'll add a title here, and we'll say my dashboard. I'll just centerize it, make it 20, and I will give a some style and hit OK. And after that, we'll add another vertical container below it, and I'll just maximize some size, and I'll add a bar chart here, and I'll hide the title, and this one I call it let's say I call it float, and then I will add the area chart, and I'll also hide this area chart, and then I'll add a location map, and I remove this container. So now, and I also hide this label as well. Now you see the first dashboard, I can make it black color as well. You see the first dashboard with the dynamic visibility is ready. This is called the first technique, and you can just change the specific parameter value, and your dashboard it changing the component value. And now here you can do one more thing, which is animation, right? So you can animate this, or here you need to open it, you need to define a specific time for the animation. You see, that's how it will work. So this is the first technique. The next one, see the second trick, how we can do the same thing with the second trick. So before we go into the detail, let me add another sheet here. I call it selector, and basically this time we will try to change our dashboard component with some icons. How we can do that, or you can call it buttons, how we can do that dynamically, I will show you. To achieve that, what I will do first here, I will add some variables here. You can say 0, the other one I can say 0.0, and the last one I call it 0.00. okay, so this time what I will do here, I will assign, I'll hide this, I don't need this to be shown here. I will assign this first 0 as in shape, and this time I choose a shape, any shape by the way you can choose it. So let me choose some social network images, and for the second one I will do the same thing. I will go to the shape marks card and choose social network, this time LinkedIn, and last one again I will choose shape, and from the shape I will go to the details and I will choose Twitter account. And this time what I will do one more thing. I will go to the all option, and this time I just make bigger size, and here I say entire view. I will hide the title, and just to remove these lines I will just right click and say go to the format, and from the borders I will remove all the borders of the rows, and the columns I will remove all the borders for the columns. And similarly I'll go to the separator lines, so I will remove these lines as well from the columns. Now you see it looks so clean, and if you still want to increase more size, you can just make it more bigger. So now this sheet is ready. To make this icon work for a specific sheet, we need to add some detail on it. So how we can do that, I will create some calculation here, calculated field, I call it bar, and here I say 1. okay, and I'll just make it dimension, convert into the dimension. Similarly I duplicate this and I'll say edit. This time I call it area, and I call it 2, second chart basically. And then I'll go another time, I'll say duplicate, I'll say edit, and this time I'll say map, and I say 3, I'll hit apply, okay. So now if you see our first one 0 0 0 value, I'll go here and I'll drop here bar. Similarly 0.0 I will drop here area into the detail. Similarly I will go to the last one 0.00 and I'll drop map into the detail. What will happen basically, this pass this value to the parameter and will allow it to work. So now I will add another dashboard called dashboard 2. Similarly what we did previously, I'll try to do it here as well. I'll drag a horizontal container here. I will add a title called my dashboard. I'll just give a black color, centerize, make some bigger size, give some specific formatting, say okay. And I need another vertical container below it. So I have another container, I just maximize the size, and this time I drag this chart as in floating. I will float this chart, I'll hide this, and I will just minimize this. It's up to you how you and where you want to arrange. So now we have this chart available here, and this vertical container, similarly as previously, I will add the charts. First of all I'll add the bar chart. again Control Z, again tiled. I'll add the bar chart and I'll remove this container. Okay, I'll hide the title and go to the area chart just to change this, because this will give me space to do that. I will just add the area chart now. I'll remove this container and I'll hide the title. Go to the map sheet and choose a map to make it visible, to fit it into this specific location. I'll do the same thing. I will remove this container. So now we have all the charts available, and we need to change all this chart based on some specific clicks onto the icon. So how we can do that? We need to add some dashboard action. Go to the dashboard action, add an action, we call it change parameter. I'll remove all this and I keep selector, the name I call it bar chart. Basically this one will change bar chart, and I will say selector value need to be changed, and I'll say bar, and I'll say none, aggregation should be none, and say hit OK. Similarly, I add another parameter change control action, and I'll say selector. This time again choose the same parameter, area chart, aggregation none, and I say hit OK. Oh, this time I just name it area, hit OK. Add another change parameter action. This time I call it map. You see, I'm only choosing this selector sheet as an source, because whenever I click on this map icons, this container component will be dynamically visible or show or hide. So how we can do that? Just make sure this need to be select, and by clicking on this specific button, we are changing the selector value, the parameter value. Selector is the name of the parameter, and this time I choose map and I say none and hit OK, and hit OK. Now our configuration has been done, and if you click onto the bar, it will change it to the bar. If you click onto the LinkedIn, it will change to the area chart, or Twitter to the map chart. You can name it, you can choose specific icons, you can define the names as well here. It's up to you, totally doable. That's how you can play with this dynamic visibility things. And this is the second technique. And now there is one more thing called animation. You can come here and add some animation as well. Where is the animation? I think in the format animation. Yes, if you enable this animation on, now if you change it, it will animate your chart. And even if you want, you can control the speed as well. So this is something like this. You see how this value is getting updated. So this is the techniques of showing the dynamic visibility with the different components. It's up to you how you want to play and which method you will choose it. I hope you like the video, and if you have any question related to the same topic, you can write in the comment section. Thank you. See you in the next video tutorial.